It's 6 p.m. February 11th, 2019, regular school board meeting. I'll call this meeting to order. We'll go to the Pledge of Allegiance. Dr. Salazar, please.
Mr. Garza, members of the board, this evening we have a student from Los Fresnos United here to help lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and here to introduce us to our student is Assistant Principal Mr. Paredes. Mr. Paredes.
Thank you. Brianna Lynn Apacible, the daughter of Brian and Joy Apacible, is a 9th grade student at Los Fresnos United. She is involved in DECA, the swim team, and is in the Distinguished Academic Scholar program. She also enjoys playing the piano and violin and paints in her spare time. She hopes to attend the University of California, Berkeley, or Stanford, with the University of Carolina, Chapel Hill as her third choice. Brianna plans on a major in economics and business informatics. She would also like to continue swimming beyond high school if given the opportunity. Her ideal career choice would be to start her own consulting and marketing firm or be a professor or teacher. Brianna.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Apacible is here to help lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Would everyone please rise for the pledge?
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. Will the parents of this student please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Roll call. Mr. Castillo, would you please help us with roll call?
Yes, sir. Mr. Leonel Garza.
Present.
Ms. Sandra Garcia.
Present.
Mr. Ruben Trevino is not here. I am Martin Castillo. Mr. Ray Farias. Present. Mr. Jesus Amaya.
Present.
Ms. Leticia Quintero.
Present.
Dr. Gonzalo Salazar.
Present.
Ms. Priscilla de la Garza.
Present.
Thank you. District recognitions. Dr. Salazar.
Mr. Garza and members of the board, each month we set time aside to recognize the accomplishments of our students, and the achievements of our teachers are no less important. We have several staff members with us this evening who are modeling lifelong learning, and here to introduce us to those staff members are members of district administration. We call at this time Ms. Nisi Garza, Principal of Liberty Memorial Middle School, to introduce us to one of those staff members.
Good evening, Mr. Garza, members of the board, Dr. Salazar. My name is Anis Garza. I'm the proud principal of Liberty Memorial Middle School, and I'm here today to introduce to you Ms. Elisa Maldonado. Ms. Maldonado is a content mastery and inclusion teacher for 6th through 8th grade at Liberty Memorial. Ms. Maldonado has been teaching for 10 years, and all of those years have been at Liberty Memorial Middle School. Ms. Maldonado is not only a true advocate for her special needs students, she is actively involved in our school, either sponsoring or coaching extracurricular activities. She's coached volleyball for 3 years. She has sponsored a yearbook club. Currently, she serves as a UIL academic coach and TED-Ed club sponsor. When I asked Ms. Maldonado what she loves about education, she stated that she likes that she can give an opportunity to students and open several doors for them. Ms. Maldonado also holds a license for speech pathology assistant. She is here today earning her master's in educational leadership. When I asked her what type of leader she aspires to be, she stated one that is honest, patient, considerate, and she hopes to help students and educators fulfill their lifelong goals. I give to you Ms. Elisa Maldonado.
Ms. Garza, would you please read the plaque for the audience?
So the plaque reads, the Board of Trustees, Superintendent Gonzalo Salazar, and District Administration are proud to recognize Elisa Maldonado for working to achieve a higher level of proficiency in the field of education. Congratulations, Ms. Maldonado.
Thank you, Ms. Garza.
Is there any family that is here with her to celebrate this occasion? Please stand and be recognized.
Thank you, Ms. Garza. Congratulations, Ms. Maldonado. Here to introduce us to two more staff members is Ms. Claudia Larrasquito, Principal of Laureles Elementary.
Good evening, Mr. Garza, members of the board, and Dr. Salazar. I'm here today to present two outstanding teachers from Laureles Elementary School who have advanced in their education by obtaining their master's degree. First, let me introduce Sabrina Rios, one of our special education teachers. Sabrina received her Master of Education degree in Special Education from UTRGV. Congratulations, Ms. Rios. Unfortunately, Ms. Jennifer Andrews could not be with us tonight, but Ms. Andrews received her Master of Arts degree in Curriculum and Instruction with an emphasis on STEM from Adams State University. Again, congratulations, Ms. Jennifer Andrews, who unfortunately was unable to make it tonight. Thank you so much.
Any members of the family celebrating here with her, please stand and be recognized.
Mr. Garza, members of the board, we had three other teachers who could not be with us today. Mr. David Rodriguez of Resaca Middle School received his Master's in Education. Ms. Nora Reese of Olmito Elementary, Library of Science, and from Los Fresnos United, Ms. Ana Munoz with Educational Technology. Let's send them a round of applause, please. Thank you. We move on to student recognitions, and this evening we set out to recognize students who participate in our Career and Technology Education program and many of the clubs that are an extension of our CTE program. Here to introduce our sponsors is Mrs. Valerie Laundrie, Executive Director for Academics.
Mr. Garza, members of the board, and Dr. Salazar, I am pleased to stand before you tonight in place of Mr. Ronnie Rodriguez, the director of CTE. He is out at the Winter CTE Conference tonight and was unable to be here, but it is my pleasure to be able to introduce to you tonight some amazing students and their sponsors that have qualified for state-level competition. We are particularly excited to introduce them tonight because February is actually CTE Awareness Month. And so we are recognizing all of the programs throughout the month of February at the high schools and bringing awareness to the CTE programs. And tonight we are going to recognize 4 of the organizations who have already competed at the local level and now are moving on to state competition. We also would like to thank all of our sponsors in advance for all of the hard work that they have put in preparing our students, and you will see that there are many of them that will be representing us at the state level. So let's give a round of applause to all of our sponsors and our students. We are going to begin tonight with our students who participate in BPA, that's Business Professionals of America. They competed on January 10th in Weslaco. A total of 24 students competed, and 8 of those students will be advancing to state competition, which is March 6th through 9th in Dallas, Texas. Their sponsor is Ms. Connie Garza, and she was unable to be with us tonight, but she wrote a speech for me to read, so I will read her words as she discusses the Los Fresnos High School chapter of the BPA. Business Professionals of America is a national student organization that provides alignment to both business and information technology national standards. BPA's programs provide valid assessment in 4 areas of study: administrative support, information technology, finance services, and management, marketing, and human resources. The mission of BPA is to contribute to the preparation of a world-class workforce through the advancement of leadership, citizenship, academic, and technological skills. BPA sponsors and members work together in a mentor-based partnership. Members learn how to go from students to professionals in knowledge, skills, and abilities. This year's members competed at the BPA Area 2 Region 3 Regional Leadership Conference hosted at the South Texas College Mid-Valley campus in Weslaco, where more than 800 members from across the Lower Valley competed to advance to the State Leadership Conference. The BPA State Leadership Conference will be hosted in Dallas, Texas, with an average of 5,000 members competing to advance to nationals, which will be hosted in Anaheim, California in May. It is my privilege to present to you the Los Fresnos High School Business Professionals of America chapter members that advanced in their competitions. It is with pride that I present to you Ms. Karen Zambrano, first place state qualifier in interview skills and newly elected BPA Area 2 Region 3 Regional President. Ms. Zambrano will be representing the region and Los Fresnos at state and the National BPA Conference. Next, Christopher Herod, first place state qualifier in Visual Basic Programming and third place in Information Technology Concepts. Brianna Martinez, second place state qualifier in Digital Communication and Design and BPA Regional Scholarship recipient. Luis Torres, third place state qualifier in Fundamentals of Spreadsheets and fourth place in Management, Marketing, and Human Resources. Noah Bruce, fourth place state qualifier in Computer Network Technology and sixth place in Information Technology Concepts. Jacqueline Franco, fourth place state qualifier in Fundamental Desktop Publishing. Daniela Garcia, fourth place state qualifier in Advanced Word Processing and fifth place in Digital Communication and Design. Antonio Tony Weaver, fourth place state qualifier in PC Servicing and Troubleshooting and fourth place in Information Technology Concepts. We want to congratulate our BPA state qualifiers, and Ms. Connie Garza ends this speech with, "This is proof that what we do here shapes the world."
Will the students of the parents of these students please stand and be recognized?
Congratulations and good luck. I failed to mention we had all 8 of our qualifiers here from BPA, but I know as we introduce our Falcon Law and our 2 DECA chapters that a lot of these students, they are involved in multiple activities, and so our students are anywhere from basketball to baseball to other competitions this evening, so unfortunately not all of them will be able to be with us today. But at this time, I would like to introduce Falcon Law, who competed at Mission High School on January 11th and 12th. 38 students competed and 10 advanced to the state level, which will be happening March 27th through 30th in Bryan, Texas. And we have 2 sponsors, one of them which is here with us today, Ms. Tessa Cepeda, and Cheryl Quintero is the other sponsor.
Mr. Garza, members of the board, and Dr. Salazar. The Falcon Law program offered to students to both LFU and LFH's campuses focuses on career development and career education for our students interested in a career in law enforcement. Students have the opportunity for hands-on learning through collaborations with law enforcement agencies, develop leadership skills, gain insight to various career opportunities within the law, public safety, corrections, and security career cluster, and give back to the community through the completion of over 20 community service hours in the academic school year. Students gain experience and training necessary to compete at the regional and state levels and receive awards for successful completion of events. This year, like Ms. Laundrie said, we sent 38 students to compete in 24 of the 30 events available. The events for this competition are classified as either a law enforcement event, a court event, fire, forensic science, corrections, or a general event. This year, this competition was extremely difficult as we had 20 schools competing from the South region, but we do have a few state qualifiers. Again, not all of them are here, but I'm going to go ahead and read what they placed in their events. We have Aaliyah Cruz, who took 2nd place in 911 call taking. It was the first ever event for that competition. We have Daniel Banuelos, Jacob Garcia, and Robert Heredia. They placed 3rd as a crash investigation team. Stephanie Esuriz competed for the firefighter agility course and received 2nd place. Brianna Ladesquitu also competed in a fire event, the search and rescue, received 2nd place. Student Aaliyah Cruz, Desiree Salas, and Sarah Silva competed in a blood spatter analysis event, received 3rd place. Student David Maya and Desiree Salas competed for our hair and fiber event and won 1st place. And student Brittany Garza competed for a marketing portfolio and also received 1st place.
Will the parents of these students please stand and be recognized?
The next organizations we'll recognize is our DECA organization. We have 2 chapters that are being represented tonight. They both competed on January 10th at the McAllen Convention Center. The high school had 24 students competing, and 17 of those students are advancing to state. Los Fresnos United had a total of 29 students compete, and 21 of those students will be advancing to state competition. The competition is coming up very quickly, February 21st through 23rd in Dallas, Texas. And our sponsors for this event from Los Fresnos High School is Mendy Quiros, and at Los Fresnos United it is Jessica Bernias and Melissa Garcia.
Good evening, Mr. Garza, members of the board, and Dr. Salazar. I have our Los Fresnos High School DECA students with us today. And to give you a brief overview of what the organization consists of, one of my own students, George Moya, volunteered to give you a little brief outlook about it. And what better yet to hear than from a student
because part of the competition is speaking.
Mr. Garza, members of the board, and Dr. Salazar. So basically what we do in DECA is, to sum it up, what I used to say is we take a test and we talk to people. But we actually compete in 4 general events, which is marketing, finance, hospitality and tourism, and finance. So those obviously branch off like a tree. So that's the base of it, and then they'll end up going up. So we take a 100-question test, and it could be over marketing or finance or hospitality and tourism, and then we have our role-playing. And some of these competitions you can actually do team events, like some of our own members actually do the team event, which I believe was financial literacy. And it's a team of 3, and what they did was they actually came up with the marketing portfolio, and they actually presented it to a panel of judges. But theirs was considered a written event. So just another thing is what this organization has actually done is it breaks a lot of people out of their shell. It gets you ready for the business world, how to present yourself, how to hold yourself to another standard, and how to really just bring your confidence up. Because when you go into a room and you're right in front of a person you don't know, the best thing you can do is have confidence that's through the roof, and then they're going to look at you and be like, yeah, he knows what he's talking about, and that's really good. That's going to go for you. Thank you.
Thank you, George. We'll begin by recognizing the students, and each one has a sticker and a pin that they're going to, as they go along, they'll get to each of you, in case you're welcome to support the DECA program. We'll start with Manuel Bocanegra. We have Grecia Cano. Emmanuel Chavez. Abdias Garcia. Wilfredo Luiton. Darren Mora. David Maya. Janessa Mora. George Moya. Emma Stamba. Zoe Arriaga. And not here with us today, but definitely worth recognizing, is Alexander Olguin, Andres Tomas, Brianna Alex, Kayla Ortiz, Christian Foy, Anaí Rodriguez, and Enrique Valencia. We'll go around and shake it.
It's a pleasure working with all of you students.
Will the parents of these students please stand and be recognized?
One more round of applause for our Los Fresnos High School DECA chapter. Thank you, guys. Next, we invite up Jessica Bernias and Melissa Garcia, sponsors of the Los Fresnos United chapter of DECA.
Mr. Garza, members of the board, and Dr. Salazar. It gives Ms. Garcia and myself great pleasure to recognize our Los Fresnos United DECA state qualifiers. We have 23 students that will be representing Los Fresnos United next week. It is a great accomplishment as these students not only participate in DECA, but other various extracurricular activities ranging from band, athletics, choir, and UIL. This just demonstrates the type of students we have here at Los Fresnos CISD. The following students were able to attend tonight's meeting. Rihanna Apacible, Josue Cerón,
Tony Espinosa, Tate Halford, Donna Hernandez, Andrea Iturbe, Guillermo Medina, Osvaldo Perales, and Eileen Villanueva. Not present are, I have Marvin Preselini, Mario Rios, Christian Rodriguez, Yair Soto, Jonathan Grimaldo, Kyle Landry, Mallory Marquez, Micah Marquez, Alondra Perales, Carla Stambaugh, Stella Stambaugh, Ishka Trevino, and Adriana Yanes.
Will the parents of these students please stand and be recognized?
One more round of applause for our Los Fresnos United DECA chapter. Mr. Garza, members of the board, Dr. Salazar, it has been a pleasure to present to you some of our fine CTSO programs at our high school. And remember that this month is CTE Awareness Month. Thank you.
It's okay if y'all want to go with your children. That's okay. All right, we're going to move on to district reports. Dr. Salazar, please.
Mr. Garza and members of the board, we have two reports to share with you. Under financial reports, we have several. And at this time, we would entertain any questions you might have. We'd like to point out that tax collections we're doing really well in the area of tax collections, and also on our expenditures, we're right where we need to be at this time of the year. The other report that we have on the agenda is the 2019 summer school program. We'd like to bring you a report around this time of the year, giving you an overview of what summer school programs we will provide. And at this time, I'd entertain any questions about summer school programs. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to public audience. We have one person that has signed up, Israel Hernandez. Subject is athletic department. So, I need to read this, sir. Come on up. It's right there. The board encourages comments from citizens of the district or from the district employees. Anyone wishing to speak, either as an individual or as a representative of a group, may do so at this time. The board asks that comments pertain to public education issues and be no longer than 5 minutes. Remember that the board may not discuss or act upon any issues that are not posted on our agenda for tonight's meeting. If an issue mentioned is listed on tonight's agenda, the board will defer discussion until the appropriate time during the meeting. In addition, the board has adopted complaint policies that are designed to secure at the lowest administrative level a prompt and equitable resolution of complaints and concerns. Complaints brought by students or their parents may be heard in accordance with policies FNG Legal and FNG Local, by employees in accordance with policies DGBA Legal and DGBA Local, and by citizens in accordance with policy GF Local. Each of these processes provides that if a resolution cannot be achieved administratively, the person may appeal the administrative decision to the board as properly posted agenda item. Mr. Hernandez?
Good evening, Mr.
Excuse me. Mr. Castillo, can you help me with that? We'll have 5 minutes for that. Thank you. You may start.
I'll let you know when there's 1 minute left.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Garza, board members, and Dr. Salazar. I'm here to comment about our present athletic department at Los Fresnos. There continues to be lack of communication between coaches and students that we have been witness to since last year. We recently again experienced a lack of communication, which again is affecting our son. Our son participated in freshman football but decided this year not to participate due to the coaches' inappropriate foul language. Instead, now he attends football camps just to keep in shape. He participated also in basketball while at Resaca Middle School, but immediately got out last year as a freshman due to coaches again. Now he goes to the sports park with other students that also quit basketball. He went through retaliation after we complained about the favoritism towards some of the players. Now the last sport left is track. And
yes, we need a point of order on this. I would suggest to my to legal, please.
We request that you keep any employees' names out of your presentation. We do have those complaint mechanisms that we mentioned in our board policy. You can go through FNG. If you have anybody specific to name, so just any specific student names or any specific employee names, just don't mention any of those, please.
okay, all right, sorry about that.
Thank you, Ms. De La Garza. The time may continue.
Okay, now the last sport left is track, and we hope that he does not get out of that event. I was thinking of just having him to attend a camp to practice his triple jumps, which is a sport that he's pretty good at. This would, however, be a disgrace after being at a school where he could actually participate in this event. An example from last year's lack of communication is where one of the coaches kept telling our son that he needed to give a list of emails for some fundraiser. If he didn't have them, he would have to run the hills. We never found out what he was talking about until last week, in which we found out that athletes were not even supposed to have been doing that. During freshman football, it seems coaches never knew where the games were being held at. There was once an incident when we didn't even know if a game was at United or at Leo Aguilar Stadium. We called the athletic office, which no one answered, and then we called the Los Fresnos main office to ask. They even tried to look it up on our website, but there was no schedule on our website. They didn't know either. Even the opposing team was confused. They arrived at the stadium, then they left because they were told it was at United. A few minutes passed, and we saw one of the coaches arrive at the stadium, so we asked where the game was going to be held. Later on, the opposing team came back to the stadium. Of course, the game did not start at the same time it was supposed to begin. Lack of communication again, this time with the Harlingen schools. Another concern is that our district is not being well represented at track meet events. Last year we attended freshman track events, and a lot of events did not have any Falcon athletes. We are a 6-8 school, and that is very sad to see. Also, we attended a track meet at Leo Aguilar, and it was embarrassing to see how disorganized it was, and some athletes did not know where to be during a race that they had to scratch that relay. Example, we as fans had to yell to the kids where and when to start running. Sad to say that we attended a track meet in Brownsville and it was very organized. Also, this school year there was not many students in the football team, and we again should have a bigger pool since we are a 6A school. Several students were getting out of football because, again, of the coaches.
1 minute.
Lastly, we have a that was disrespectful, and he when my wife was approaching him about a concern, he put his head, lifted his legs, placed him on top of his desk, and then he also gave her the direct work number and stated that it wasn't his secretary's number or anyone else's, but the big dog's number. I have known and talked to high school coaches and college coaches, but none have shown such behavior. I hope that you all as board members take into account this information to evaluate. We cannot evaluate on just wins and losses in football, or just take it for granted that everything is fine. Coaches must have two key qualities: communication skills and people skills, which I believe he needs a lot of work on. A suggestion might be to have him.
Thank you, sir. Your time is up. Okay, moving on to consent agenda. We'll still follow the same protocol that we have used in the past. We have one consent agenda item. So at this time, does anybody want to pull that one item? If not, I will entertain a motion, please. Ms. Garcia.
I move to pass consent agenda. Item number 1. That's only one.
Is there a second? We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve a consent agenda item as posted. All those in favor indicate by raising your hand, please. It's unanimous. Item 9, action items. Number 1, discuss and take action to award agreements contract for CPS number 18-19-33 E-rate services for funding year 2019 to Foremost Communications for Internet Access and Inside Communications for Self-Provision Fiber and Internal Connections. Do I have a motion? Okay, we have a motion to approve the agreement by Mr. Castillo. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Farias. We have a motion and a second to approve the agreement contract for CPS number 18-1933 E-rate services for funding year 2019 to Foremost Communication for Internet Access and Inside Communications for Self-Provision Fiber and Internal Connections. Discussion. Having no discussion, we'll have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please indicate by raising your hand, please. Yep, motion is unanimous, 6-0. Number 2, discuss and take action to approve out-of-state student travel. A, Los Fresnos United 9th grade migrant students, Washington, D.C., March 10 through 17, 2019. Do I have a motion? Mr. Farias?
Out-of-state travel, student travel, Los Fresnos United 9th grade to Washington, D.C.
We have a motion on the floor. Is there a second? Mr. Garcia, we have a motion to approve the out-of-state student travel for Los Fresnos United to Washington, D.C. Discussion. Ms. Garcia.
I just want to comment on what an amazing agenda that these kids have. and what a great opportunity it is for the migrant workers. And I don't know he's here or not, but I'm just so glad that they put all the work into getting all the funding that they need to get this done every year.
Thank you, Ms. Castillo. Anyone else? We have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor indicate by raising your hand, please. 6-0, it's unanimous. Number 3, discuss and take action to approve the superintendent's personnel recommendation for the following positions for the 2018-2019 school year. Teachers. Can I entertain a motion? Ms. Garcia.
I move to approve the recommendation for the teachers for 2018-2019. Teacher. Oh, just one.
We have a motion on the floor. Is there a second? Ms. Quintero. When you get here, you kind of go blank, okay? It does happen. You go blank. Okay. So I'm glad you got the names in front of you. Sorry. I don't mean to be rude, okay? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? No discussion. We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the superintendent's personnel for teachers. All those in favor indicate by raising your right hand. 6-0, unanimous. Do we have any of those teachers here? Welcome aboard. You'll enjoy it. You're going to have to work hard, but you'll enjoy it, okay? Number 4, discuss and take action to approve bids, offers received from the tax resale held November 6, 2018 for the above referenced property struck off to Cameron County for itself and other taxing jurisdictions, and to approve a resolution authorizing the tax resale. A, legal description, Tract 5, Reserve A deed, Tradition Estates, Section 2, in addition to Cameron County, Texas, according to the map of plat, therefore recorded in Cabinet 1, Slot 2095B, map records of Cameron County, Texas, account number 789644400000. B, legal description, 6.52 acres, more or less, being Tract 67, Bayview Park Addition, in addition to Cameron County, Texas, according to the map or plat thereof, recorded in Cabinet 1, page 404B, map records of Cameron County, Texas, account number 73780000670000. Did anybody miss that so I can do it again? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Amaya, Coach Amaya. I missed a 0. Okay, there's a mirror somewhere, a 0 in there somewhere. Okay. At this time, we'd like to entertain for a motion. Mr. Amaya.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the bids received from the tax resale held November 6, 2018, and we also approve a resolution authorizing the tax resale.
Thank you. We have a motion on the floor. Is there a second? Ms. Garcia, we have a motion and a second. Okay. Any discussion? No discussion. Okay. Since we have no discussion, we have a motion and a second. I'm not going to read all of it, but it's all these properties that are in listed. All those in favor indicate by raising your hand, please. Motion is 6-0. Motion is unanimous, and thank you so much. It made your job easier for you tonight, didn't it?
It sure did.
Thank you for being here, though, to help us through it. Okay.
You know, I was gonna call out that last 0, but luckily Martin caught it.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, now we go to number 5. Here, grievance level 3 by employee J. Perez.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and congratulations to those wonderful kids. I enjoyed watching the boards, and that's wonderful. My clients asked that we go ahead and have this grievance in closed session at this point, and so I'm going to respect his wishes, and if we could have this grievance in closed session this evening, that's the request that we make at this time.
Thank you. Then, at this time, we will go in closed session pursuant to section 551.071, 551.072, and 551.074 of the Texas Government Code. So, it is 6:47. We go into closed session. It is 7:50. We're out of closed session. We're back into open session. Let me check this out. I've got to get this right. Action item is to discuss and take action concerning level 3 employee grievance of J. Pettis. Do I have a motion? Having no motion, this grievance is concluded. Dr. Salazar, announcements.
Mr. Garza and members of the board, tomorrow night our girls will our girls will face off against Hanna High School at Leo Aguilar Memorial Stadium at 5:30, and the boys, these are soccer teams, mind you, and the boys will play at 7:30 also at Leo Aguilar Memorial. On Fridays, this Friday through Sunday is rodeo week in Los Fresnos, so all of the events taking place at the rodeo grounds, with the exception of the rodeo parade that begins at 9:30 on Saturday, February 16th. Teacher Professional Learning Day, that means we suspend normal operations for Professional Development Day on Friday, March 1st, and the regular school board meeting will take place, the March regular school board meeting on March 4th at 6 p.m. in this building. Those are all the announcements we have.
This meeting is adjourned.